thank you so much for joining us today. I have the privilege and the honor to interview one of my faves. Her name is Norma, and I'm so excited for Norma to share her story with you guys today. So thank you, Norma. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me. I joined the team exactly 1 year ago, and I've been licensed for a little over 2 years.
Okay, so 1 year ago would be November 2021, right?
Yes.
Okay, because hopefully this video is going to be online forever and ever and ever. And, so 1 year ago today will change every year. So, all right, so November 21, you joined the team, and it's now November 2022, and you've been licensed since 2020, right? So
yes.
Right after the pandemic, maybe?
Exactly, yep.
Got it, perfect.
I was in telecom, and I decided to get my real estate license to help people find homes. I think, everybody needs a place to live is how I think of it. And I love to be able to help people in that process. I know it can be overwhelming and sometimes can be stressful, and I try to help people through that. That I am helping people through it. And I love at the end of it, when I get the feedback that I've helped make it as stress-free as possible. I love that feedback.
That's awesome. That's such an important goal for consumers, right? It's like they hear so many negative things about buying and selling a home, and they hear about bad agents and bad experiences, and it sounds like making it a stress-free, positive experience is something that's important to you.
It is. And I've had some bad experiences of my own in buying and selling. And so I actually use that to be able to help people avoid going through that. Educate and guide. At the end of the day, I always tell people it's your pocket, it's your life, it's your future. But if I can give you as much education as possible so you can make an informed decision, then I feel that I've done my job. I have clones. That's my favorite thing to tell people, is that I have clones. What's great about working with the team is that I don't need to be in all places at all times, but I can make all things happen.
That's awesome. Tell us what you mean by that. Give me a story or an example.
If I not just me personally, but we had a teammate recently that had 2 open houses on the same day, 2 days in a row. And so because we are a team, we were able to support her in that. She was able to do one and I was able to do another.
That's awesome.
So we can help each other out. If we have showings, again, even if I have something going on, whether it's an appointment or whether it's something personal, there's always someone I can call on to back me up. So a client is never left unable to have something happen for them because I'm personally unable to make it happen or be in 2 places at one time. I had one client that was under contract for almost 3 months. We went through 3 different lenders because there were special circumstances, and I would not give up. I just would not give up on her. And she trusted me to help her through it. And we finally got her into the home that she was trying to get into. And it was a lot of negotiating. It wasn't just helping her through the process, but it was also negotiating with the other agent to keep extending this time and to trust that we were really working hard to make this happen for her. She just, there were just some special circumstances we had to work through is all. And ultimately we were able to get her into that home. I was by myself. I was with Remax, as you know, with Remax. And then I went somewhere else just to see if that would work out, and it did not. And then I got a very special phone call asking me to join. And honestly, the reason that I chose to come, one is the trust that I have in you and your leadership, but also to know that the team environment was something that I thought might be helpful to me as a new agent, because I didn't have the resources. I didn't have I didn't have available to me from a personal perspective and by myself what I have available as a team. So I don't have the resources to be able to get everything done and get as much done as I do without the support. And that's really what I was looking for, was the support.
So so it sounds like you have gotten the support that you need.
Yes.
So tell me, like, what impact has that had on your business and your career? How does your business look different over the last year than it did the previous year?
How does it look? I want to say I've made over 10 times much this year than I did the year before by myself.
Wow.
Over 10 times, maybe 11 times more than what I did the year before. And there's still a month and a half left in this year.
Wow. Like, is that life-changing or what?
Yes, I actually 6 months ago was asked to pick a number, what my goal was, because Bill was setting up a system. He told me to pick a number, and I just, okay, here's a number. He's just picking any number. By next week, I will be at that number that I literally just made up. That was for me just an inconceivable number, and I'm there. I'm there. Like it's happening.
What's the number?
That is crazy. 10 million.
Woohoo!
I just made it up. Like he said,
Right.
what's the number? I'm like, 10 million.
Right.
I will be at 10 million next week.
Congratulations, Norma. That's so exciting. It's, and I'm so proud, not just of you, but for you, because this business is, meant to change lives. At least that's always been my experience with it. It's what I've always wanted to get out of it, not for myself specifically, but for the people that work with me and partner with me and trust me. And, I'm just so humbled by your experience on this team, and I'm so happy for you.
Thanks. I appreciate it. I appreciate the opportunity and the trust.
Yeah. I tell people all the time, working together in this environment as a broker and as a team leader requires two-way trust. I need to trust you, and you need to trust me. And it's like lightning in a bottle when that happens, and people trust the process, and they just and they take action, right? One of the things I love about you is you're an action taker. Tell us about that, like how you went from, joining the team and being introduced to a process. Like, tell me about your mindset back then, as well as your mindset today about that.
I think the biggest thing is to trust the process and do the work. If I remember correctly, I started making calls. One of the things that we have to do is just make a lot of calls. And I want to say throughout the month of December, I was probably 4 calls shy of 1,000 calls in 1 month. And it just went from there. The business really just went from there. I've hit a couple of things. You just start to get overwhelmed, and you need to then again trust the people that you have supporting you. So I went through that little, I'd say, bump, but that's because there was just so much going on that I planted seeds for, that once it started to grow, it was just like, okay, let me just take a minute here and try to figure out how this is supposed to work. But again, just trusting the process, trusting the people, and you get through it all. And it is life-changing. It's definitely life-changing. Oh, I'm a lifer.
I love that.
I'm definitely a lifer. I stay because I can honestly say that I have this is my extended family. It truly is. My family is not from here. And so I enjoy the time that we all spend together. I enjoy the communications. I enjoy, everything about it. It really does feel like home. And it may sound corny, but it really does feel like home. I'm running through it all in my mind, and I can honestly say all of it. I can say it's the people. I can say it's the work that doesn't feel like work because it's rewarding. I can say it's the families that we help. I can say it's the learning and the growth that we all get from each other. learning something new with every single transaction. There's so many things. There's honestly so many things. There's a proven process, but there's also change. And we are growing with the technology that is becoming available. We're growing with the partnerships that are becoming available. We're learning all new ways to do things and different ways to do things from each other and from you. And so while there is a process that we should stick to, it's also an evolving process with the times and with the market.
Right. Yeah. And thank you for saying that, because I think that's really important too, to be able to pivot and or adjust as needed so they can continue to grow at the end of the day, right? Because if you're not growing, you're dying.
That's right. And like I said, with the market too, as the market changes, we have to change. We have to be able to adapt and pivot. I am most excited about picking another random number from the sky that seems unimaginable to me and passing that goal. That's what I'm looking forward to. I haven't decided what that number is yet. I mean, I kind of have, but
that's awesome.
When I come up with it.
I want you to crush it. I know that you will. And as always, if there's anything we can do to support you from the staff perspective, we got you. And thank you for all that you do on our team. We truly value you and appreciate you so very much.
Likewise. Thank you.
All right. Thanks everyone for joining us, and we'll see you at the next one. Peace.